A man escapes prison in plain sight. The saw makes a tremendous noise. Yet he's not afraid of being discovered by guards because his cellmates are throwing a party. They sing and dance all to cover up the sound of the saw. As the man works faster and faster, his cellmates get louder and louder. Just as the warden enters the cell for inspection, the man has cut a hole in the floor. Then a cellmate pulls out a hidden magazine, inviting the warden to enjoy it together. Nick seizes the chance to slip through the hole while another inmate deliberately runs out and climbing the bars pretending to escape. The goal is to distract the other guards, creating an opportunity for Nick's escape. Hearing the commotion, the warden finally realizes what's happening. Immediately orders his men to pursue with dogs. By this time, Nick, already escaped, sprints frantically through drainage ditches. Though exhausted, he keeps running without stopping. He follows cables away from the railroad, jumps back and forth across ranch fencing, using this method to confuse the tracking dogs. Then he returns to the railroad. Continuing his relentless escape to mask his scent, he leaps into a river, then swims back to shore, continuing to run wildly toward freedom. His frantic behavior literally exhausts the pursuing dogs to death. Seeing this, his cellmates believe Nick has succeeded. But the next day, Nick is brought back as punishment for escaping. Guards put him in leg irons, thinking this would prevent further escapes. Little do they know, Nick, refusing to give up, has already prepared for another attempt. During outdoor labor, Nick asks a guard to use the bathroom, but he must continuously shake a nearby tree. If the branches stop moving, the guard will fire a warning shot. Soon the branches become still. The guard realizes something's wrong. When he reaches the tree, Nick has vanished, leaving behind only a rope dozens of meters long. Nick runs to a nearby shepherd's house, borrows an axe from a boy, easily cutting through the heavy shackles, then takes chili powder the boy brings, sprinkles it over his footprints. The dogs quickly follow his scent, all sneezing from the chili powder. Sometime later, a cellmate suddenly receives a magazine. Inside is a photo of Nick with a beautiful woman, making his cellmates incredibly envious. Yet barely a few days pass. When the prison gates open again, a familiar figure is dragged inside. It's the envied Nick, now severely injured. The price of angering the warden. Even sleeping becomes a dark cell punishment. But his cellmates believe Nick won't give up, because when Nick first arrived, he challenged the prison bully, facing a much stronger opponent. Frail Nick was quickly beaten down, but no matter how many times he was knocked down, Nick would always rise again. Cellmates urged him to surrender, but Nick persisted. His opponent, conquered by his undefeated spirit, finally chose to walk away.